Imagine a house, not the one that readily comes to mind, not the one where childhood unfolded. Imagine a house soaring above the clouds, seemingly sheltered from prying eyes, hidden away from the world's hustle and bustle, or carved into an impenetrable cliff face, breathing with the coolness of eternal frost, where snow doesn't melt, even in summer. Or a house that rises like a beacon in the endless ocean, a beacon of hope for a solitary lighthouse keeper, whose life is measured by the ebb and flow of the tides. Have you ever wondered if walls can be both a shield, an impenetrable defense, and a vast window onto the world, flung wide open to unknown horizons? That a roof can be more than just protection from rain and snow, but a true observatory, revealing the secrets of the stars, allowing one to study celestial bodies in peace and quiet. That comfort can be found not only in familiar ease, but in the very essence of survival, in the amazing harmony with harsh and wild nature. What lies hidden behind these inaccessible facades, far from civilization, in places where the elements dictate their own rules, where every sunrise and sunset is a fresh struggle for existence? What drives people to build houses at the edge of the world, in the most remote corners of the planet, where life seems almost impossible? What unknown force drives them to this desperate act, compelling them to build a home where others would simply choose to perish? Today, we embark on an astonishing journey across a world where architecture is not merely the erection of walls, but an engaging narrative of resilience, ingenuity, and an unquenchable thirst for life. We'll visit homes that seem to defy nature itself, where functionality intertwines with poetry and comfort is born despite all hardships. Welcome to the world of Homes at the Edge of the World. Our journey begins in places where the earth itself dictates its terms. In homes skillfully built into the rocks, where grey stones become sturdy walls and the howling of the wind becomes a lullaby. Imagine a home carved directly into a sheer cliff face, like an eagle's nest clinging to the summit. Its windows are eyes, gazing at the world from a cloud-piercing height, and its doors are gates leading into a secluded, mystery-filled haven. Inside, minimalism reigns, born of harsh necessity, strong but simple materials, a careful attitude towards every, even the tiniest piece of space. The walls, carved by nature itself, keep cool during the summer heat and provide warmth in the winter cold. Let's examine the interior. Sunlight, like golden arrows, pierced through the narrow gaps in the stone walls, illuminating the rough texture of the stone from the shadows. They played with the shadows, creating whimsical patterns that shifted throughout the day, mirroring the sun's journey across the sky. The furniture was simplistic, yet functional. A wide wooden bed, a roughly assembled table, and only a few stools. Everything suggested that these homes had no room for excess, only the essentials for life. But it was this very austerity that fostered an atmosphere of peace, a sense of unity with nature. Why did people choose to live in such places? The answer lay in the depths of the human soul, in the yearning for solitude, for freedom from the hustle and bustle of the world, in the desire to merge with nature, to feel its grandeur and power. The houses carved into the cliffs weren't merely dwellings. They were the embodiment of an ancient dream of independence, of living in harmony with the environment. Lives where ostentatious luxury finds no place, but serenity and contemplation do. It's a challenge to the mundane, a yearning for something more than mere comfort. Let's journey to other corners of the world, where homes don't hide in cliffs, but rise above the water. Consider, for instance, the legendary lighthouses, standing guard over maritime routes. Imagine a lighthouse erected on a tiny islet surrounded by the boundless ocean. It is a solitary sentinel, a beacon of hope for sailors, a symbol of fortitude and faith. Its stone walls, like monuments to courage, withstand the onslaught of the elements day after day, year after year. Inside the lighthouse, a spiral staircase leads to the summit, to the very heart of this stone giant. Step by step, ascending it, you feel the world shrinking, leaving only the sound of waves and the cries of seagulls reaching through the thick walls. Each step is like a stage past, a path to a new understanding, to the peak of light. And now you stand at the summit, within the very heart of the light. Panoramic windows offer a breathtaking view of the ocean, stretching to the horizon. Far below, miles away, tiny lights shimmer, like the eyes of ships seeking a path through the night. The interior of the lighthouse is a blend of functionality and history. Everything here is meticulously thought out. Each detail holds the imprint of time, recalling the labor of many generations. Metallic staircases with sturdy railings and strong furniture, all testified to the harsh conditions and the possibility of long stays. Yet even in this austere setting, glimmers of comfort were felt. Old photographs, yellowed with age, and books about the sea, with worn pages, lay on a small table. Beside them rested a well-used marine telescope. Each detail seemed to whisper stories of the people who had lived there, of their boundless love for the sea and their devotion to their work. But why lighthouses? Why do people choose to live in these solitary towers, rising above the world? Why do they spend months, even years, far from civilization? Because lighthouses aren't just homes. They are symbols of hope, embodiments of courage, and fidelity to one's calling. They are places where a person remains alone with the untamed forces of nature, not to be defeated by them, but to learn to coexist. Now, let's move to places where people seek refuge not only from the raging elements, but also from themselves. Let's journey to homes built in bunkers, where protection and safety become the top priority. Imagine a bunker, hidden deep underground, like a secret sanctuary, capable of withstanding any trials the future may bring. Inside, an atmosphere of reliability reigns. Strong walls, airtight doors, a shield from the outside world, modern air filtration systems ensuring cleanliness and freshness, and autonomous power supply guaranteeing independence. There are no windows through which to see the change of day and night, but artificial light, carefully tuned, imitates sunlight, maintaining the usual rhythm of life. The interiors of these subterranean homes vary dramatically, reflecting the personalities of their inhabitants. Some boast minimalist designs, with simple furniture and functional spaces where every centimeter is considered. Others feature luxurious decor, with modern amenities, exquisite design, and artwork that creates an atmosphere of comfort and coziness. Why bunkers? Why do people choose to live underground? The answer lies in the very nature of humankind. In a world full of uncertainty, bunkers offer a keen sense of security and protection. These are homes where one can feel relatively safe, shielded from any external threats, whether natural disasters or technological catastrophes. But they are also places where one can retreat, delve inward, and find inner peace, far from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Each of these homes is not merely a dwelling. It's a reflection of the character, tastes, and worldview of its inhabitants, their yearning for safety, comfort, and seclusion in the 21st century. These are stories of courage, ingenuity, and the pursuit of beauty, even in the harshest of circumstances. This is a true challenge to the ordinary, an example of how a house can be built to satisfy not only physical, but also spiritual needs. Now, picture a jewelry box with a secret. At first glance, it might seem quite ordinary, but inside hides a whole world, full of unexpected surprises. So too are the houses on the edge of the world, behind their unapproachable facades, as if concealing centuries-old secrets, lie amazing interiors, stories, and entire worlds that open up only to those willing to look beyond the familiar. Consider, how could this inspire you? How can these unusual examples change your view of your own home? Imagine that your house is not just a place to sleep and rest, but a personal space for creativity, self-expression, and exciting experiments. Think about which design elements from these houses on the edge of the world you could bring into your own home to create an atmosphere of comfort, harmony, and of course, inspiration. Perhaps you will like the concept of minimalism, where only the most essential things remain in the house, freeing up space and mind. Or you might be drawn to the idea of using natural materials, such as warm wood, cool stone, and transparent glass, to bring harmony with nature into your home. Perhaps you'd like to fill your home with light, creating a sensation of boundless space and freedom. The boundaries of possibility in design are truly endless, far wider than they might initially seem. The contrast with the everyday, with what we're accustomed to seeing each day, is obvious. While most people seek familiar comfort and convenience, those who inhabit homes on the edge of the world, like intrepid pioneers, choose a life full of exciting challenges and unforgettable adventures. They are ready to relinquish many established habits and conveniences for the sake of cherished freedom, independence, and a sense of inseparable connection with nature. Imagine houses emerging as if from nowhere, like the embodiment of the boldest dreams. Chameleon homes, changing their appearance depending on the surrounding landscape, merging with it, as if adapting to the environment. Labyrinthine homes, where every corner hides its own secret, beckoning the explorer inward, causing them to forget about time and reality. Homes that breathe in time with nature, they are more than just structures. They are like living organisms, keenly responsive to the world around them. They don't just answer challenges, they inspire daring solutions and unconventional approaches. These homes push the boundaries of what's possible, opening up new horizons for architects and ordinary people alike. Each such house isn't merely a curiosity. It's a vivid example of innovation, a way to create a unique atmosphere and find solutions to problems that, at first glance, seem insurmountable. It's a source of endless inspiration, making you deeply contemplate what a home truly represents. The world of design knows no limits. Only possibilities exist within it. Study, explore, and draw inspiration. Think of your own home, and imagine it as you've always dreamed of seeing it. Look at it anew. Perhaps right now, you'll discover something amazing within it, hidden from view, capable of making you feel genuine affection. And of course, share it with us. Tell me in the comments, what detail of the house at the edge of the world struck you the most? What new insights did you gain from these stories, from these extraordinary homes? What was the most outlandish thing you saw in the interiors? Talk about it, don't be shy.